Hey guys, it's Ayden. This is week 3, and this topic is how we came out as transgender, and I guess who we came out to. First I came out to friends, certain friends, and one of them who had already been starting to transition, so lucky enough I had him to talk to, and talk through my feelings about it. And really start to understand that that's like I would tell him a lot of my feelings and about what I've gone through, and a lot of them were similar to what he had gone through feeling growing up. I mean, some things were different, but the main thing is we both felt like we were male when we were, you know, basically throughout our lives. And so after that, um, and after I got things in order, set up, knowing where that things were, I was able to actually transition. I That's when I planned that I was going to tell them, and it took time because it's not something that you speak about every day, and to come out to my parents. But I've always been pretty close to my mom and my family in general, like my immediate family, and even that, even knowing that, I knew it wasn't going to be easy to tell them. I mean, because they always kind of knew that I never liked my chest. Pretty much, I let them know that right when they appeared and started growing, and they already knew that if I could have been a boy, I would have, but I don't think that they thought that it was possible for me to actually be male, or that it could ever possibly happen. I mean, pretty much, they always thought the dress thing, like the way I dressed, was going to be a phase. That didn't happen. And I pretty much told them from day one that wasn't going to change because that's how I was comfortable. And that's just who I am. And so to explain the concept of me knowing exactly why to put a name to why I felt the way I have for all these years, having that sense of knowing I'm different and that things don't match up. And in my head, I know I'm male on the inside, and on the outside, I know that I'm biologically female. So to explain that to them was really hard. Um, so I kind of sat down with my mom, and I explained to her that, how I've always felt and dressed, and you always think it's a phase. And even still, after telling her everything, that I want to transition and all that, of course I understand it's new and it's going to be hard for her to understand that you've always had a son, not a daughter, even though I've pretty much always acted like their son. But I guess it's hard knowing for them that I've been biologically female, even though no matter how I dressed and how I thought and how I feel, that it is possible that I am male, and it's possible that I can transition into being what I truly am. And so it's taken a while with my mom. Pronouns, she doesn't really try to do yet. She does come around with, like, trying to, you know, throw names at me maybe once in a while. Like, she shows effort in trying in certain things. But of course, she still has her comments on, like, trying to throw every which way comment to make sure that this is what I am and this is what I want. And I understand that her being a mom, that's something she's gonna do. Even though I really think that she knows deep down that this is how I've always felt. And she's said that. But like I said, I don't think she ever thought it was possible that it would happen. You know, like at that one point in my life, I always thought it would be a dream to be that on the outside, what I feel on the inside. And I don't think her in a million years thought that that was gonna actually happen. So, coming out to her, she's she'll go with me to doctor's appointments, stuff like that. My dad, he knows. I've talked to him about it a little. He doesn't want me to, just like my mom doesn't really want me to. But he doesn't really talk to me about it. He just kind of goes with it. But when he gets a chance to comment on it, or when he wants to comment on it, it's just kind of like more of a, I hope you know what you're doing kind of thing. But they both basically said no matter what, they're gonna love me. But it's still really hard going through what the comments that they throw sometimes, and the fact that everyone else pretty much most of everybody who I want to know knows, and I think maybe two of my aunts know, and an uncle, and my one grandparent who I have left knows, and they all pretty much feel the same way. They don't really want me to, due to, I guess, society and the fact that they've known me as who I was born and who was told to be. Like, but I guess they realize that they know I've always been like this. They just, same as me at one point, where they didn't really know. They don't know until I've told them. So, I mean, I understand it, but it still hurts sometimes, when you have friends calling you he and the right name and the right pronouns, and coming home, you still hear she, and not really making effort on that yet. And basically still saying the wrong name. So I'm hoping that once I start T, which I should be starting it soon. Still gotta do blood work and all that. I just don't know exactly. Because I have my letter, and I already talked to a doctor, and they said that I'm able to, she'll do it for me. But anyways, once that they see that that's final and it's going through, that they'll start trying when it comes to pronouns and all that. But that's really all I got on this subject. I don't know, it's a really hard subject to talk about, how I came out, because there was a lot of emotions and a lot of crying and hugging at some point and yelling at some point, but in the end, they say they're gonna love me no matter what, and they show that by pretty much every day just loving me. So that's pretty much all I got. So I guess I'll talk to you next topic. So I'll wrap it up and talk to you guys soon. Bye.